I don't know if people can see me, if this thing is rolling yet. I have a lot of people that look like they've made a comment here. And it is going live. I see myself. Looks like everything is going well. Praise the Lord. Happy Father's Day to all of you fathers out there. And I got people saying hi. Waha! One says hi. Happy Father's Day, hi. Kurt, how you doing? Hunting and stuff with J&J. How are you? And I'm just going to give this a minute here and let some people... There's Gabriel. Hey. Just going to give this a minute. Now, I do have a special guest tonight, folks. That special guest is going to be announced momentarily. What's up, Michael? And I am in the room that used to have all the deer antlers. They're currently in a storage shed in Iowa. I am moving to Iowa in a week. So everyone's been like thinking I'm already there or when am I going? It's in a week, folks. That's when that's what's happening. So, all right. So we got some people signing on. I am now going to announce my very special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Corey Cowan. Woohoo! You know Corey from the Map Reading Challenge, and it just so happened that Corey was able to stop by today, and this is an awesome opportunity. Corey, how are you feeling about being live?
Awesome. Well, not really awesome. I probably
So, yeah, so thank you for wishing me a safe trip. So Corey lives about 2 hours away from where I currently live. And he did mention when he got here, he's like, I didn't realize we were this close. Why haven't we gotten together more often? I cannot answer. No, but I had some stuff that I did not want to drag all the way to Iowa. So Corey is gracious enough to take it off of my hands. Thank you, Corey.
Oh, you're welcome.
So, Waha! One says, hi, Corey. I got my little computer right here.
I can't read it, but I'll...
Yeah, hey, or he says, hey, Corey, not hi. Yeah. Hey, Corey.
Hey, back.
Oh, and so does Hunting and Stuff with J&J. They say, hey, Corey. So, you're getting lots of hey. If you were a horse, you'd be eating right now. All right, so, folks, we're here live. I really have no intention. I have no idea what we're going to do. And it might not even be a long broadcast. I know my parents are out there watching. Happy Father's Day to you, Dad. I love you. They're down in the Philadelphia direction. I'm out in the middle PA. So we've kind of been a little bit of a journey apart over the years. Kurt says, hi, Corey.
Hi, Kurt.
So, folks, is there any questions, any burning questions for Corey while we have him? Come on. Fire him up. I got my computer. If you have any burning questions to ask, the one and only Corey Cowan. And I will say this. Those of you who have followed the Map Reading Challenge, things are starting to heat up in Map Reading Challenge land, folks. The teams are set, and the teams are starting to meet. Corey got to meet his teammate tonight. Half the teams have met each other, half have not. Way I'm doing it, since things are... okay, what's your favorite color, Corey?
It's not really a color, but it's kind of black.
Kind of black. All right, kind of black.
I grew up liking red, though.
He grew up, okay, so red and black, we're in that ballpark. Any teams, professional teams that have red and black as colors?
Well, I was a White Sox fan.
White Sox.
Then
Falcons are red and black?
No.
Cardinals? I don't know. Cardinals got some white. Anyway, so with the Map Reading Challenge this year, since I'm moving to Iowa and the Map Reading Challenge location got moved and things were getting bumped around, I decided to let the teams meet each other early so they can begin preparing and talking and getting their stuff ready. Scott says, you! Right back at you, Scott. So anyway, that's what's going on. We've been doing virtual hangouts, on the internet, and teams are meeting each other. I have been recording it, folks. So at some point, I will air some kind of footage from it. So, Corey, did you shoot your new bow yet? Being the Matthews Triax he's referring to.
Yeah, I shot it at the bow shop, and night and day.
Night and day from what?
I I have a beginner Hoyt that it did its purpose, but shooting this, it's like moving from a Ford Pinto to a Cadillac, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Ford Pinto to Cadillac. I was thinking Mercedes.
Oh, well, I know.
Where's the map reading challenge being held this year? Well, it's going to be in the state of Ohio. That's as much as I'm giving you. We will be somewhere in the state of Ohio. That's where we'll be. Corey, did you read maps before doing the challenge, or was it all new to ya?
Definitely all new. Actually, that's how Sean and I met. I found his YouTube channel,
Awesome.
and that's where I started picking up reading maps and following the ridge, valleys, just learning the ropes from this guy.
So there you have it. Didn't have a whole lot of experience coming into the map reading challenge, and a lot of guys don't. So any of you who are watching who aspire to take on a challenge hunt like that, don't hesitate to apply, because that's part of the whole thing is helping people learn and get to that next level. So who is Corey? I just got on. Corey Cowan from the Map Reading Challenge. Did you follow the Map Reading Challenge last year or the year before that? Corey is a returning contestant on the Map Reading Challenge that I've done the last couple years. And he lives a couple hours away from where I do. It just worked out that he was able to stop down before I moved to Iowa. And there's some stuff that I didn't want to drag all the way to Iowa that he has taken off my hands. So thank you, Corey. So, wah-ha! Has a question for both of us. My arrows have been Wait. What is that word? These arrows have been poisoning. I don't know what that is. What you want to elaborate on what poisoning is? Is that what it says? Poisoning. Yeah. You've got me baffled.
We need Wikipedia.
Wah-ha! You got me baffled. Buy new arrows, says Scott. Okay, there's your solution. Buy new arrows.
Whatever they're doing, it must be doing it.
Proposing. The arrows up and down inflate. Oh, well, your knock point is off, my friend. If your knock point is off, your arrows are going to be having issues. So when your knock point is off, or your arrow rest is too high or too low, or your knock point is too high or too low, what happens is your arrow comes off the bow. Instead of coming straight off, it's coming off at like an angle one way or the other, and it's trying to correct itself with the vanes or the feathers, whatever you have on there. It's trying to correct itself. So you need to get your knock point adjusted or your arrow rest adjusted. Okay. Hey, Justin. He's going to be standing on Corey's shoulders this year. No tree stands. All right. You're welcome. Woohoo! One. Any other questions? I'm hanging out with Corey. Folks, it's Corey Cowan hour here at the McVeigh household. What's up, Sean? How you doing, Dave Murphy? I like Dave Murphy. Dave Murphy, you got a cool name. Dave Murphy.
That's a cool name.
That is a cool name. Hey, everyone watch right now, say it, try it. Dave Murphy. Isn't that like it just rolls?
It's like an actor's
Dave
name.
Murphy. You got a great name. So, folks, we're having fun. I don't know what else to say.
Happy Father's Day?
Happy Father's Day. I don't know. Let's see. How long have we been on here? 8 minutes and 50 seconds. What should we shoot for? Should we shoot for 10 minutes? That's like one more minute.
That's 1 more minute.
1 more minute. Folks,
couple more
we
questions.
got time for one more question, maybe two, if they're quick. Does anyone have a burning question they would like to ask Mr. Corey Cowan while we have him? Sean, are you getting a cape or fan mount on the turkey you got this year? I did a fan. I actually, fanned it out and did the borax thing. I'll probably just do that and mount that on the wall, just the fan. I did keep the beard, so I might try to incorporate that. So that's what's going on. I'd run and get it. It's in the other room, but hey, we're only going to be live for a short period. I don't want to run out on people. Looks like Kurt said something here. What's the most exotic creatures have both of you hunted and harvested? What's the most exotic creature you've hunted and harvested?
I would say exotic. I want to consider exotic, but Woodchucks were always fun.
Woodchucks, okay. When I was growing up, where I was growing up, hi Mom and Dad, you're still watching, I hope, where my parents still live, there was, I guess you could call it a farm. Not really a farm, but they just had animals that it was a fenced-in property, large acreage, and they had all kinds of animals just to have them. And they had Dall sheep rams. They got out, and they just were always getting out. And people were constantly complaining to the Pennsylvania Game Commission, which is the regulating agency for Pennsylvania for wildlife. And they weren't doing anything about it and just didn't seem to care. And people just started to hunt them and shoot them even year round because there was no season on them. And the Game Commission didn't seem to care. So I was in high school at the time. My buddy Scott Harris, I doubt he's watching right now. He may watch this later, but he lived between me and where the goats lived. So once in a while we'd meet up after school and go after them. And we'd usually end up scaring them away. There was one time we finally figured them out. We finally figured out that if we would walk in on the one neighbor's property who gave us permission to hunt, if we would walk in on this end, we'd end up pushing them to the other end. So the one day, I went to the other end. I said, Scott, wait till X time, whatever time it was. I'll be in position at that time. You walk in like we normally do, and it's going to push them right to me. Well, wouldn't you know it, and maybe it was God's providence saying, hey, I don't want you shooting one of these rams. But when I got to that spot, there was one little ewe, like one little baby sheep, whatever, bedded down all by itself. And it got up and ran straight across the field to where the whole herd was. And so by the time Scott got to the herd, they knew not to come my way because that one had just come running out of there and they went a different way. And that was I was just about to go off to college at any way. So anyway, that was probably the most exotic thing. I've never gone on anything after anything typically or terribly exotic. I'd say the most exotic thing I've harvested would be a black bear. It's not, I wouldn't say it's exotic, but it's not, especially when you don't hunt in an area or when you're not allowed to bait in an area where you hunt black bear, it's hard to get them. So that was quite a happy accomplishment. Let's see here. Nestle Quick or Yoo-Hoo? Corey, how many years have you done the map reading challenge?
This would be my third year.
This year is his third year. And last year, after the map reading challenge, so I told all the contestants last year that I would be willing to entertain them coming back, but they have to apply like everyone else. So all the returning contestants you see this year, with the exception of one, they went through the application process. And that one ended up indicating to me later that he wanted to come back, and it worked out that he could. So, but all the years moving forward, I'm only going to have a limited amount of spots for returning guys, and so even returning guys will have to apply, as these guys did this year. Actually, he didn't apply either. What am I saying? You expressed an interest, and I just said you're in. You're in. Well, it was almost like a verbal application, but I made all the other. Andrew Penzi had a very funny application video. If you haven't seen that, make sure you check that out. He's Vital Point. That's his channel. Andrew, I don't know if you're watching right now, but you're welcome for the shout out on that because he's trying to grow. We just helped him go past 100 subscribers a week or so ago. Okay, let's see. You're moving closer to Missouri, where I live. Congrats to that. Thanks, Daniel. And I'm actually eyeballing Missouri as next year's Map Reading Challenge location. Dave Murphy made a message that he retracted. I have no idea what it was. Where is the big move to Iowa? Cedar Rapids area. I would like to see more hunting and things with bows. What are your plans for this coming up season? And I would like to see Corey on a trip with you on a trip. Well, you will, in a sense, because Corey's going to be on the Map Reading Challenge this year. I'm in the process of moving. I leave my house here in Pennsylvania in a week, but then I have to fly back and pack it all up with a moving truck in a few weeks after that. So my job's starting in a week, so I'm going to be out there for that to get it started, and then I'm going to come back later and pack up all my things. I'm basically just taking a few things out. So over the next month or two, I'm going to be dealing with a lot of moving and coming back and going and settling on houses. And so I'm going to post some videos here and there. I don't know how much. And then coming into this fall, the hunting season, we're going to do the Map Reading Challenge. And I'm going to be hunting in the state of Iowa. And I plan to, I've actually been planning this since last year. Those of you who are interested to hear this, I was going to do a weekly video called Hunting Strategies. And I'm going to tell you all the strategies I'm using that week for the different hunts I'm doing, why I'm doing it, things like that. Whether I harvest or not, I'm going to tell you my strategy. And if things didn't work out, I'll reflect on maybe why. And hopefully in sharing that, it's going to give people ideas on developing their own strategies from a week-to-week basis. So I'll at least be having those airing, and then when I make harvest an animal, I'll air that footage as well.
I don't know the strategy, but I guarantee the plan is this.
Yeah! Floyd, how you doing? Floyd Calkins, my friend. Good to see you. Happy Father's Day. Oh, this thing's moving too fast. I gotta bump it back.
Yeah, I think I saw one that says, do I hunt state land? Yes, I have about 80% of my hunts are state land.
Alright, Scott says, love the video show and can't wait to see what Iowa has in store for you this season. God bless, brother, and happy Father's Day. Thank you, same to you. What's up, big guy? Sylvia, I see you're on there. So Dave retracted a bad autocorrect. Okay. Hello from Indiana. Hey, Josh. I actually interviewed for a job in Indiana, but the one I wanted was in Iowa, and that's the one I got, so I'm very happy. Sean, how am I getting my first deer this year? All of your wisdom would be appreciated. Thank you. Ha, ha, ha. Jerry, well, folks, I'm not going to tell you all of the ins and outs, but I am actually going to, should I say it? If you tune into the Map Reading Challenge, you're going to see Jerry. He made a comment there. And I am going to challenge myself by picking Jerry's spots for him and seeing if I can help him get his first deer. So that's going to be a little spoiler. Not everyone's going to watch this live thing, even, how long have we been going now? 17 minutes. So there's only a handful of people who are probably going to know that come the Map Reading Challenge. But I'm going to actually do that. So we'll see if we can get Jerry on a deer this year. So Jerry, the way you're going to get your deer is by practicing and being dead on. So when that moment arrives, you're going to make that shot.
There's not going to be a happier guy than I am, I don't think, to see that deer go down.
Joe hunting the Empire. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Mainville.
Hey, Joe.
Just said a special guest indeed. Joe Mainville is a Map Reading Challenge, and he has a podcast called Hunting the Empire. You should check him out. And that is why I really like your hunt videos. You are more real and less just hype. Why, thank you, Will. Do you have a archery glove? I'm guessing you're referring to the 3-finger glove when you're shooting with fingers. Are you asking me or Corey or both? Do you have one, Corey?
I do not.
He does not. I do have one. I prefer a finger tab.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to you, Jerry. And Michael hopes he can see you get your first deer. Hello from Massachusetts. Lots of big bucks. All right. Well, folks, we've been hanging out. It's 18 minutes in, and we're going to tune off because when it's going good, you leave when it's going good. That's the secret, folks. The secret to a really good YouTube channel is stop the video before it gets bad. And that's what we're doing. We're gonna leave now. We love you. God bless you. Happy Father's Day. We're going to sign off from, just stay right there, Corey, until we get this thing turned off. You're the man.